Another day, another story. USA. The history of the United States is a complex and multifaceted story that spans centuries. Here is an overview of some key events and periods in U.S. history. 1. Colonial period, 1607–1776. The history of the United States begins with the arrival of English settlers in Jamestown, Virginia, in 1607. Over the following decades, other European powers established colonies along the eastern coast. The colonies developed distinct cultures and economies. American Revolution 1775–1783. Tensions between the American colonies and Great Britain escalated, leading to the American Revolutionary War. The war culminated in the colonies declaring independence on July 4, 1776, through the adoption of the Declaration of Independence. 3. Founding Fathers and Constitution. Late 18th century. After gaining independence, the United States adopted the Articles of Confederation and later the U.S. Constitution in 1787, which established the framework for the federal government. Key figures in this period include George Washington, Thomas Jefferson, and James Madison. 4. Westward expansion. The early 19th century saw significant westward expansion, including the Louisiana Purchase in 1803 and the Lewis and Clark Expedition. Manifest destiny. The belief that it was America's destiny to expand across the continent drove further expansion. Civil War and Reconstruction 1861–1865. The United States experienced a devastating civil war between the northern states, Union, and the southern states, Confederacy, over issues such as slavery and states' rights. The Union emerged victorious, and efforts were made to rebuild the South during the Reconstruction era. 6. Industrialization and Gilded Age. The late 19th century saw rapid industrialization, urbanization, and the rise of big business. This period is often referred to as the Gilded Age, characterized by wealth disparities and political corruption. 7. Progressive era. Late 19th to early 20th century. In response to the problems of the Gilded Age, the Progressive era saw reforms in areas such as labor rights, women's suffrage, and food safety. Presidents like Theodore Roosevelt and Woodrow Wilson played key roles. World War I, 1917–1918, and Roaring Twenties. The United States entered World War I in 1917 and emerged as a global power. The 1920s were a period of economic growth and cultural change known as the Roaring Twenties. 9. Great Depression and New Deal, 1930s. The stock market crash of 1929 led to the Great Depression, a severe economic downturn. President Franklin D. Roosevelt's New Deal programs aimed to provide relief and recovery. World War II, 1941–1945. The United States entered World War II after the attack on Pearl Harbor in 1941. It played a crucial role in the Allied victory, including dropping atomic bombs on Hiroshima and Nagasaki. Cold War, 1947–1991. The Cold War was a period of geopolitical tension and rivalry between the United States and the Soviet Union, characterized by the arms race, the space race, and proxy conflicts, such as the Korean and Vietnam Wars. 12. Civil rights movement, 1950s–1960s. The civil rights movement aimed to end racial segregation and discrimination. Key figures like Martin Luther King Jr. and events like the Montgomery bus boycott and the March on Washington played central roles. Contemporary history, late 20th century to present. The United States has experienced various events and developments in recent history, including the fall of the Soviet Union, the Digital Revolution, the War on Terror, the election of the first African American president, Barack Obama, and ongoing debates about immigration, healthcare, and climate change. This overview provides a broad outline of U.S. history, but there are countless more events, movements, and figures that have shaped the nation's story. U.S. history is a rich and complex tapestry with many layers to explore. Thanks for watching.